Welcome back to Chow Time Pod. It's your host, Red. These are even Shaq clips. Woman celebrates divorce and then instantly regrets it. Please extra them below. I really appreciate that. Let's get that Chow Time.
Do you love her?
Yes.
Are you willing to do whatever it takes to stay with her?
No.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Shaq Clips here once again, and today's some crazy clips of the worst divorces I can find. And like always, guys, my favorite clip will be at the end, but in this first one, it is pretty insane. This woman gets divorced after opening up her relationship.
My partner gave me what he called his green light, and my friend and I had a wonderful night. We connected. I found out his last relationship had been open, and I didn't even know that. And it was so beautiful. I could not wait to tell my partner. I felt so connected to him, so in love. It was one of the two most validating experiences in my life on this journey so far. And so I left my friend's place. I called him immediately. I was like, babe, I can't wait to tell you everything. Thank you so much. Like, this feels so special. I'm so grateful. And just silence on the line. And then all he says is, I can't believe you did it.
Now, I'm not sure what kind of idiot needs to hear this, but an open relationship never works out. And I absolutely hate how she's describing this experience as a beautiful, rejuvenating thing that's best for both of them. It's not. It's disgusting, and you can't control your urges. She had every single right to get divorced after this.
She's like, I need to find myself. I gave up so much to love you and da-da-da-da. Like, he ain't cheat or nothing. Like, she just over the relationship. And then, bro, here be the craziest part. She'll hop back on the internet crying like, dating is hard.
Basically, if a girl ever leaves you randomly, she found someone else and she's gonna try that relationship first. And once it doesn't work out, then she'll hop on TikTok. And if you guys want to know what I mean, here is a perfect example.
I have nobody in my life except for TikTok to talk to. So here we are. And so it was my surprise when today in the car, my daughters were like, hey, are we going to Dada's friend's house? I was like, oh no, who's Dada's friends? And I asked for their name. And they were like, we don't know her name, but she has 2 cats. She's nice. And I was like, oh, she has 2 cats? She was like, yeah, we went to her house. She has 2 cats. He did not run this by me. Like,
nor does he need to.
Fuck other people. Whatever. Not even divorced yet. Not even gonna work on yourself at all. Just gonna jump into another relationship. And one last thing, since we're ranting about my soon-to-be ex-husband, right? The reason why I know for a fact that he's at least seeing another woman is because he bought new shampoo. He didn't just buy shampoo. He bought shampoo, conditioner, and I think a body wash. Honestly, I didn't look at them that closely.
So the man never cleaned himself while he was with you or something, and all of a sudden now he's grooming himself? That's how you know?
Very aesthetically pleasing packaging. The shampoo is not a regular shampoo. It's an apple cider vinegar clarifying shampoo.
She read these fucking labels.
I think it's pretty solid to say that he's seeing someone else. Weeks after.
Yeah, she pretty much checked the boxes perfectly. I guess she didn't expect this man to move on so quickly, even though she agreed to the divorce. Not only that, the first place she goes to is social media because she feels she'll get other people's attention, and I guess more validation for herself, thinking that she's not in the wrong for doing this. Good on that man for actually moving on super quickly, and understand that he shouldn't be pushing back when he's not wanted.
You love her?
Yes.
Are you willing to do whatever it takes to stay with her?
No.
Your husband is a good guy, but you're ready for divorce. You're not a bad person. So don't let guilt get the best of you.
And this is exactly what pops up constantly on a woman's For You pages. And this is exactly why divorce rates are so high for women, because social media is feeding them this kind of garbage.
Long distance relationships are so peaceful. I just text my boyfriend, I wish you were here, and then I go out and cheat.
Weird how I ended up as a girl who works. I don't know how that happened.
You can thank feminism for it. Now get off your lunch break and go back to work.
Okay. And you still being ungrateful. You
see what I want.
All right, so let's say in an event I couldn't afford no wedding like that.
And we wouldn't be getting married.
So that's what it's about.
That's
then.
Exactly
It's about the money.
It's not about the money. It's about what I want, and what I want is.
But I thought what you wanted was me, though. I thought we was doing this for our love.
We can do that for love.
See, I just want to live like a normal, little, nice, little, happy, quiet life. But she want to be all festive.
Yes, because I'm a festive person.
And try to keep up with the Joneses, like.
You know, when I hear a festive person, I think of a snowman or Santa Claus.
That's not what it's about. I don't even know
the Joneses. I'm a festive person, and I like to have the best, and I deserve the best, and that's what social media give me.
That's social media stuff about your head.
Stop being cheap.
That's social media stuff about your head.
This guy's 100% right, and it is social media feeding this kind of garbage into her brain, thinking
best.
that she is deserving of something more. Why? Because maybe her friends have done it. Maybe other people that she follows have had bigger weddings, and she just wants a bigger wedding for herself because she wants to flex it. If that's the meaning of you getting married and you getting a bigger wedding, then you shouldn't be getting getting married. Thankfully, this guy is just engaged and he can break this off immediately, and this is the red flag he needed to escape this relationship.
Did you get married for love or for money?
So I've been married for 11 years.
You have?
Yeah.
How old are you?
34.
You're 34?
Yeah.
I never would have guessed that.
I think a balance, but I think the most important factor is respect.
What do you mean by that?
You have the ability to bring down kings. So be careful, son. Like, don't give your strength to just any old, because she can bring you down, right? If she doesn't have your best interest.
This is 100% true. The right woman can build you a kingdom, while the wrong one can tear that down easily.
The only time he spoke English this entire time that I was with him was to ask me to help him put it in.
A with money that's not spending is the same thing as broke.
Aren't you the one begging for his money? Doesn't that mean you're broke too?
Honestly,
broke, dusty, musty crusties.
Worse, but
calling a man broke for not giving you money is fucking crazy.
I said this once and I'll say it again. It's usually the most brokest women that want a man to spend the most money.
I think I didn't find my husband yet because all the women expectations is really having the men go into a hole. Because who the hell is y'all to say y'all want a man that make $500,000 a year? They hide because of y'all unrealistic ass expectations. Send me somebody that got enough to make sure that I got lights on, water running, I'm smiling and we eating. Y'all want a man to buy y'all a boat, a yacht, and a crib, and pay for your kids' schooling, your desires, your kids' desires. Like, that shit, you hear how unrealistic that shit sound? This how a lot of y'all women sound. Ridiculous. That's why we ain't got nobody yet, because y'all scaring them into a damn hole.
I love girls making clips like this. Yeah, keep fucking calling them out. That's all we need you to do is keep calling women out.
Please, separate me from everybody else, husband. Come find me. You ain't gotta make $500K for me. You could make $500.
Now, this is the kind of content I do want around more often on social media for women to realize that their expectations and standards are absolutely delusional. There's some women really out there that are just born into existence that really feel like they're deserving of a man who makes 100, 200, 300K a year just because, well, they're a woman. If you're interacting with a woman that's just like that and you see the mentality instilled inside her, please leave immediately.
Single mothers don't know what's best for their kids. Especially black single mothers.
Elaborate.
Yeah, I'm gonna go buy my kid $200 pair of shoes and a $300 Burberry shirt to show off like, yeah, I got my kid throughout anything. Do you really got him though?
Nope.
Damn, they be treating a kid like...
Because you don't got them for college, you don't got them for anything else.
An accessory. Just to stand next to them and look good next to them. Not teaching them and instilling any real values in the child.
Once again, this just comes down to social media. Things were not like this 50 years ago. Things just started becoming like this because for some reason, they think it's a flex when it's not.
Sounds about right.
This is not the first time I've ever seen a post like this. Divorced men really don't need much. Honestly, I'm gonna say just men in general. We have such a simple lifestyle.
Smash the homies. And that's just the truth. He seen what it was and he still decided to mess with me. So that's your decision.
That wasn't
you can't mess. You can't listen. Everybody have a past.
We all have a
he
past.
was there because we're all friends. So you seen what I did. You chose to still with me.
He seen what you did. 4 of them hit before 1 of them cuffed.
Yes.
Basically.
And he knows that all 4 of them hit.
I will never lie. Okay? I'm gonna be honest. A lot of people like to get on the mic and la 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 and try to act like they something. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, okay? Y'all can learn from my mistakes.
But she's not the same person.
I made a lot of mistakes.
Right.
But it made me who I am today.
Knowing that he knows what he knows and accepted what he accepted, et cetera, can you respect him as a husband?
I would say 50-50, like I said, because there's a part of me that does respect him, and there's a part of me that didn't respect him. I would say didn't respect him because I didn't. I would talk to him crazy. I would treat him, crazy and stuff like that. But because the more I've grown and the more our relationship has got better and the more he's grown and become a better person and vice versa, it's made me respect him a lot more. So now he's starting to have boundaries and he's starting to have respect for himself and he's starting to be like, oh, I'm not dealing with that. You're not going to come around with that. So now I'm like, okay, You got it. So it's making me respect him more because he's starting to have confidence and high self-esteem in himself. Like I said, we trauma bond.
Me personally, I wouldn't take this level of disrespect.
Now, I'm not gonna lie with you guys, I actually do agree with her take on this. If you are aware of a woman's body count, yet you still get into that relationship willingly, that is 100% your choice and your fault if you don't like it. You have
agreed.
Had the choice to leave. Now, after you get into that relationship for quite some time, then you start complaining about her body count and her past. That's just not right. If you have a boundary that you don't like, stand by it before the relationship even begins.
6 figures, 6 feet tall. I'm still single, 44 years old. Feet tall and dark and all that. Say that nonsense. Why am I still single? Explain it to me.
Okay, Byron, you coming in high now. Well, Byron is for you, I think, now the pursuers. So why do you think you're single?
I refuse to settle.
And what is settling to you? Give me examples what you would consider settling.
I live debt free. The entourage, trying to live with the Joneses and be with the Joneses, all that. I don't have time for all that.
Now, I know this seems pretty sad, but trust me, there's a lot of men that would rather be in this man's position than divorce at his age with nothing.
Women can do it on their own. We don't have to shut the up, bro. If that's what you like, then get what you like, and good luck. I hope you find it. I like something else, and I hope I find it too. Good luck to both.
Name me one billionaire outside of Oprah that did it on her own.
I don't know. I don't keep up.
There isn't one.
You would think you would keep up with some things like this if you want to be a boss babe and you want to push this out, this persona.
I'll tell you about the richest women in the world. Google that shit. Guess where they got their riches from? Divorce. That means they didn't do it on their own. Success is a team sport, no matter how you think about it. A man needs a woman. Hold on. A man needs a woman just as much as a woman needs a man. That's all a woman can do it by themselves is what's wrong with the fucking culture today. We need each other equally. See, I can look at you and say, you know what, ma'am? You're going to see things that I don't see in a situation, and that's valuable to me. That you're going to pay attention and you're going to see the world differently than I do. That's going to be valuable for me. I can look at you and say, your strengths are my weaknesses and vice versa, and that's value to me. How is it so hard for you to see the value in me, though? I understand that you got a Benz. I got a Benz, too. I have value, too. We can see the value in women. But
this is actually one of my favorite clips that's like been going around lately a lot. He's 100% correct. We see the value in you. How come they literally do not see any value in us in any way, shape, or form?
As soon as women start getting some money, it's like they forget who the goddamn put them in position to make. The last time I checked, most of these businesses that these women are making all this money for were ran and owned by men. OnlyFans, you know who made that? A man. Lip gloss, you know who made that? A man. Hair weave, you know who created that? A man. So how are y'all getting so goddamn high strung on your high horses about ain't you don't need to know when everything of your existence was created by a man?
Yeah, women are the only ones that ever say that they don't need a man. And I've been doing this channel for quite some time, yet I've never said once in my life that we don't need women in society or in relationships. But you do gotta appreciate the facts, and the facts are, majority of women who are billionaires or multimillionaires did it from divorce. Which is exactly why, like I said in the beginning, a right woman can build you a kingdom, but the wrong one can tear it down and take 50% of it.
I've been single my entire life. I'm gonna be turning 42 in August. I've never had anybody love me or desire me or want to be with me. I have so much love that I feel like that is inside of me with nowhere to go because it can't transfer to friends or my family or my parents because it's something separate, it's something different. And I've gathered all of this love since I was in high school, and then it just sits there. I'm bringing.
Are we talking about love or are we talking about dicks?
This up because I'm lonely and sad and the world is hard and horrible. And I was thinking this morning that like no one's laid next to me in bed. I've never had the comfort of someone's arms around me. And I've had difficult moments. I've gotten through them by myself most of the time. And it's difficult being alone. And it's okay to feel lonely. And it's okay for it to feel hard and scary. So just know that you're not alone and know that I see you. And I'm there with you. If you're lonely, know that I'm sorry. And know that I'm sitting in the lonely with you.
Now, obviously, we don't understand what she did in her past, but I'm gonna have to say it. Majority of women are gonna be like this if they do continue to have higher standards. This pool of women who are just completely lonely and sad and are gonna make a bunch of content on social media are simply due to the fact that they had
more content for us to cover,
insanely high standards, or they just have a really large body count and a horrible past attached to them. This is why if you're a woman and you're listening and you don't have a high body count and you're still young, it's probably best for you to get engaged or cuffed up right now because that's the best opportunity.
Oh shit, stairs. Rude.
Come on in if you got some pussy.
I also think it's difficult that you're no one's priority. Like, there isn't
there aren't really people checking up on me in the same way as if you have someone to come home to. I don't have a partner. I've been single for at least almost 4 years, since November of 2019, whatever, however long that is. And it's just so difficult because you realize that you have to be your own knight in shining armor, that there's no one coming to save you, that there's no one really is there for you. You're alone at the end of the day. And it's so much harder to go through the ups and downs and tumultuousness of life when you don't have companionship and you don't have a partner. And it's
now here we have once again a woman who is divorced is going straight to social media because she needs the extra validation or attention that she's just lacking in her life. However, I do have to say I appreciate this content a lot more because it is bringing awareness to the reality of divorce versus some other stupid female, podcasters brainwashing and feeding other women the wrong information. The reality is, guys, majority of women who get divorced either go back to their husbands who they got divorced with or stay single and alone. Don't think that living your 40s and 50s as a woman with no family to go home to just because you prioritize your job over your husband or relationship is the best option. It's not.
Yeah, the whole single mother using their kids as accessories. It's not just single mothers. It's mothers in general. Even mothers with husbands, good husbands, they're still using their kids as accessories. It's kind of what society sees kids as right now. They're not people. Please subscribe down below. I really appreciate that.